To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kirk DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and Agit, Kabayal. And a question from the latest post states that Wilder versus Kabayal, who will win? Of course, we know the former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder is rumored to be eyeing a showdown with Germany's unbeaten Kabayal, currently the WBC's #1 ranked contender. Kabayal, who recently made headlines with a huge win over Zhilei Zhang, admitted Wilder's name has come up in a possible or as a possible future opponent, though nothing's official yet. Should Wilder take the next fight after his comeback fight? And let me counterpunch. I would say hell to the yeah. I would say that because life's a risk. You know, one thing, like I told my audience, my community, with Deontay Wilder fighting Joseph Parker, then Zhilei Zhang, now he's fighting a tune-up because he lost those two fights, one by decision and another one by, of course, stoppage with Big Bang Zhang. Now he's fighting Herndon, which we never heard of, which is okay. And the next fight being Kabayal, the WBC interim champion. Should he fight him? Yes, he should fight him. But people, you cannot say that Deontay Wilder is not fighting the top opposition no more. That's a thing of the past. Whether he wins or he loses, he's still fighting the top guys when he has the opportunity. Okay? And let's talk about that fight for a minute. Deontay Wilder versus Agit Kabayal. What do we know about Kabayal? He's tough. He's a good inside fighter. He's a great body puncher, a tree chopper. You know, he can take a good punch. He's exciting. He loves to mix it up. He throws punches at all different type of power levels. You know, he's very crafty, and he has some very good opponents behind him now that he has some great wins by undefeated fighters. So it's close. It's good to say he's a good overall boxer, a great inside fighter, and mid-range he is very effective as well, okay? And he will hurt you to the body with his accumulation of shots. What do we know about Wilder? Well, we knew he was a savage with the right hand. We knew he couldn't box too well. We knew he sucked at inside fighting. He was a tough bloke because, I mean, he was able to take punches, and they both fought Zhilei Zhang, and they both went down by Zhilei Zhang. Okay. So that's what we know about Wilder. What else? Well, the styles from a guy that would prefer to fight on the inside versus a guy that doesn't. Well, what type of fight do you think that's going to make? Well, I think it's whoever allows whoever to do whatever. Okay, Wilder's a sniper. Okay, he's not going to fight you on the inside. He's not even going, that's not his game. He's not going to fight you on the inside. He wants you either to come in or he wants to take it to you, but it's all coming from the outside, within, and then back out. Okay, he needs distance. He's tall. He's 6'7". Okay, he has long arms, long, lanky arms, but that right hand, if it catches you, yeah, I believe he still has power. Zhang qualified that. Joseph qualified that. So why should we believe that he doesn't have power? You know what I mean? And I think fighting someone like Kabayal, he's not going to give Kabayal what normal fighters do. Because Wilder is a guy that he's a lot smaller these days. He's not as big as he used to be. He cut that weight down to about 20 pounds. But he's a guy that spreads his feet apart, then likes to throw shots from certain angles at a certain distance. A sniper. So you got a guy more like a Uzi, like Kabayal, when he gets inside, you know. And, you know, it's like, okay, that's good. But fighting someone like Wilder, do you think Wilder is going to let you get inside unless you break that guard, unless you get past that right hand? You got to get past it first. You got to get past that 50 cal, right, to do damage on the inside, which could Kabayal do? Possibly. But understand, a fight like this with the styles like this, a sniper versus an Uzi, it's going to be difficult because it's like, well, who will be at the advantage? Well, who can make the advantages? You know, if Agit Kabayal cannot close that gap, he's going to be wide open for a right hand. Okay, if Wilder can't stop Kabayal from coming in, he's going to get beat to death like every other fighter. You know what I mean? He's going to slow down and he's going to stop him. You know what I mean? And, he's going to fold Wilder up with shots that Wilder's not accustomed to taking. Okay? So is this fight just a cut and dry fight? Who do you favor? Of course you favor Kabayel because he's kicking everybody's ass. But he hasn't fought Wilder yet, a guy with a style that spreads his legs to make more distance so he can get the right off. You know what I mean? I could see that fight going, boom. He gets, Kabayel got to get in and gets caught trying to get in. You know what I mean? So it's a pick'em fight. But I would like Wilder to take the opportunity because I know he is partial to the WBC strap because he had it for 5 years. He had it longer than probably everybody. Really, he had it longer than Fury because Fury had it for about 3 years, 3.5, 4, right? Because he lost it last year. You know what I mean? This would be the 5th year for Tyson Fury. So Wilder's had that belt for a long time, for 5 years. So he wants it back or he wants an opportunity to get it back. You know what I mean? So if he can fight and defeat Kabayel, whoa, Wilder's right back on the scene. You know what I mean? And I think that would be and should be the fight that Wilder takes. Okay, so he can silence the criticizers that says he hasn't fought anyone, which he fought a gang of taxi cab and Uber and plumbers and substitute teachers and shit. Oh, we know. But things change, and things have changed for Wilder as far as opposition goes. And if he fights Kabayel, it will show. Okay? But you guys tell me what you think of the idea of Wilder and Kabayel. They're in talks of fighting. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.